Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Chat to Rule Them All. My name is Cam, but you know me as Dr. Dreads. And today we have here is the lovely Flavored K, also simply known as Kirsten. Thank you
Hey.
again for being here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
And then I couldn't help it when I was showcasing off saying you were about the interview. I just figured which one to try to go over. And then I came across you when you're Freddy Krueger cosplay. And I was just
Oh
like,
yeah,
hey, Halloween's coming up, so I thought that would be perfect.
perfect.
But I am ready to go as long as you are. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So for this one, we're gonna start here with the past, and so we're gonna get to know what started that cosplay journey. So what made you want to put on a costume character saying I want to go to conventions and meet other people? What started that for you?
That one's a little touchy because it was with my ex-best friend.
Uh,
She's really the one that got me into it, but once I kind of made my own friendships with this crew that I have now, it's really what inspired me to do
mhm.
better. Because at first it was just like I just wanted to like go hang out, drink in costume, and then
Right.
I stopped drinking and became friends with people who looked at it as like a craft, and then that made me excited to like want to build things.
Hmm.
Like I've got one little build sitting back there eventually. It'll be finished, but yeah, it started off just like hanging out, doing whatever, and now it's just become something that like is enjoyable to like make, you know? Wearing
Okay.
something that you've like built yourself and then wearing it out just feels amazing.
And then, do you remember what happened to be your first cosplay?
Yes, I went to a convention locally and it was I did makeup for Tate from American Horror Story, and I
Okay.
just like put on like the like a black outfit, and the whole time people are like, "Oh, are you a skull?" I'm like, "Sure." Yeah, I'm a skull.
And then, do you happen to remember what was that first convention?
It was Carolina Con. Yes. Yes, I think that's what it was called. It's very small. I've only been to it like a couple of times here. It was kind of a jump because my first con was that one, and then immediately after that I went to Dragon Con. So it was just like this like big like jump between, and I was like, whoa. And now I compare everything to Dragon Con.
And then I'm pretty sure I know this question is a little bit further, but since I'm guessing your recent convention was Dragon Con,
Yeah,
and so I'm guessing, of course, I think I already know the answer of it, but how was it?
it was amazing. It was a struggle because I spent like months building my Doc Ock, and then like having to finally wear it was amazing. Even though I had like issues with it, it was still
Yeah.
great. Like it's just fun to like I said before, just like when you make something that you're super proud of and you get to wear it out. And I had like so many little children run up to me and be like, "Oh, we got Doc Ock." I was like,
Okay.
hee.
I know. You were showcasing off like the Doctor Octopus cosplay. I'm just like, this is so awesome, and I couldn't
Thank
help it.
you.
I couldn't help to just mention about that, and
Yeah.
so this meant to be so the next question, this meant to be more of a running thing for many
Hmm.
conventions here. So um uh do you happen when you started cosplays, especially if you started from Carolina Con and Dragon Con,
Yeah.
do you happen to remember what was that one cosplay that the one character that was everywhere? And I guess to put into example, when I started sorry, not Dragon Con, MomoCon,
Hmm.
the two biggest thing I remember because they just came out was
Yeah.
Sword Art Online, and then Attack on Titan because I know the English voice actor Bryce Papenbrook was showing up as a guest, and they were just everywhere.
Yeah.
And I think recently, just for me now here and there, it was a lot of uh, Genshin Impact cosplayers nowadays.
Yeah.
So do you happen to remember what was that one character you just remember or series that was just everywhere that just stood out to you?
Yeah. This was when Suicide Squad came out, so everybody was Joker and Harley Quinn.
I remember that.
It was so many Joker and Harley Quinns, especially that like outfit she wore where it was like gold and black, like so many of those. Like we're wearing that. Yeah.
And
There's so
actually,
many Joker and Harleys.
I'm actually now just remembering that as well. I
Yeah.
think I can't remember which one. It might have been MomoCon or Dragon Con, but it was just like everywhere. And
Yeah.
it was like just from Suicide Squad, a Harley, then Classic, then Arkham,
Yeah.
and God knows what else in between here and that one. And
Yeah,
so
with so many Joker and Harleys.
it's like, God, and I'm still remember that to this day. Who knows what else next big thing since now they're trying to do more DC movies. So who knows what's the next big Joker or Harley reveal could come up next. And
I
so
know, crazy. Yeah, a couple of Dragon Cons ago when I did Loki from the TV show, and everywhere I looked was different variants of Loki.
it's
I was like, oops, I'm one of them.
and then now this year for me it was this shouldn't be much of a surprise, but it was the lots of Barbies and Kens.
Yeah, it was a lot of Barbies.
And so I just couldn't have it. I couldn't have it a laugh, and I'm just seeing what every cosplayer pass by be like, hi Barbie, and I was just like, I know they're having the time of their life right now. So
Yeah, one of my friends did Anakin, where he had the Anakin costume and then he had like that fur jacket on top of it.
I think I saw one. Didn't one have the back, and I think it said Obi-Wan Kenobi
Oh,
on.
he didn't, but
Okay.
I didn't know there was another one.
That, and then I couldn't help but laugh, and I didn't notice when I was going through footage that there's an RTD2 that said "Hi, I'm Alan" sticker.
Oh, that's funny. I love the mashups.
And so, all right, and I guess just going in, go through here since we've done with the past, and now let's go into going to the present. I know there's a lot of cosplays for you that is still dear to your heart, and there's so much going to pick up. Is there any particular cosplay or few that's probably your favorite?
Um, yes. Well, there's some that are near and dear to my heart, and then there's some that are my favorite. The ones that are always going to be near and dear to my heart are Wario and Sophie, because Wario is like, I have a freaking tattoo of him on my thigh. Like, I
Okay.
love him. And then Sophie is just one of the loves of my life. But probably my favorite would be not this past Dragon Con, but the one before was when I made Jane Foster.
Okay.
That one was just like, it was one of those moments where I was just like, oh my God, I made this. It's like I've made stuff before, but that was the first time I made something that like looked really good. And I was just like, oh my God. And it was something that like I put like my heart and soul into. So yeah, probably Jane Foster.
Okay, that's awesome. And
Yeah.
so, and I'm guessing since I already asked, saying that Dragon Con uh was your recent one, has there been another one before Dragon Con you can try to remember that stood out to you?
What do you mean, like my another favorite?
Oh, just another convention you recently been that you can remember before.
Oh, yes. Holmat and Katsucon are two of my favorites. Besides Dragon, those are the ones that I always go to. Katsu last year was a little weird, so I
Okay.
don't know if I'll go back because it just feels different since after COVID.
Right.
It just like has a different vibe. So I don't know if I'll go back, but and then Holmat, they're changing their dates. So I was just like, what is this? But Katsu and Holmat are ones that I've always had like a lot of fun with.
And I heard several stories about Hall Mat,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure I've been hearing now just becoming like more just bigger as it goes.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I can't remember, but there was a joke where someone showed me saying, hey, how busy was Home Mat before? And it said, do you remember that scene in SpongeBob where he said, who's number 46,853? And there's just so much people around.
Yeah. Oh, I love Holmat. Yeah. I think that's why they might be changing venues, maybe because it is
Okay.
getting so big, but which sucks because I love that venue. It was so nice last year when we went. It's like I would walk down from the hotel, get breakfast, and you would sit and like watch all those early cosplayers that are like out taking their photos really early, just like you're eating. And it's just like so chill. The place is really pretty. Like everyone's super nice. Like I didn't come across any like creeps or like everything was just fun. And it's fun seeing all the like Stranger Things, but make it Christmas, or like Sailor Moon, but make it Christmas.
Answer whatever character, just add Christmas to
Just
it.
add Christmas to it, and you're good to go.
Was there just curious in here, but like, was there happen to be just a lot of Grinch cosplayers that was happening at Hall Mat?
There wasn't. It was just me.
Okay.
It was just me and my crew. I thought there would be more because it's the Grinch, but yeah, it was just us. Wait, no, there was another one, a really good
Okay.
one. I can't remember their name, but they did like a femme version of the Grinch, and it was really slay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and I think this is just perfect leading to this next question, saying here for many um uh photo shoots have you done here and there? Have you mostly just prefer to do like cosplay photo shoots rather in solo or as mostly as a group?
Um, I I like group because it's good to like feed off another person. Like I can't do solo. I think solos are great, but like it's cool to have that like person to like bounce back and forth off of. I guess it's
Yeah.
the like theater kid in me.
It funny enough saying here, I feel like I didn't become fully much of a theater kid, but it wasn't until after high school and
Hmm.
I did became a theater musician for my college. Then I just stopped did a production for In the Heights, and
Oh wow.
and I can see right here. And now since I have more of an appreciation for theater, and I was just like, yeah, I can understand that synergy. We're just all together at that one point. So
Yeah.
and so next question is, has there has there been like a particular like fandom that played a big part that made you jump into cosplay?
Um, not a particular fandom. Actually, wait, there probably is. It's Nintendo.
Okay.
Because like that's like what besides the our flag means death, the Nintendo, like every time you go to those meetups, everybody's just so fun. Like I have not been to like one like those like big group shots that you do. I have not been to one where nobody's like not fun. Like everybody's having a good time, everybody's super nice, like we're all screaming wah at each other, like it's a lot of fun. And then recently the Our Flag Means Death fandom is really nice. I've never met anybody that's like super mean there either. Like everybody's super chill and queer. So
And so I can just see how much why just Wario cosplay has just played so much of you. And so it like don't get me wrong, I absolutely love Wario just the way how he just acts her out. And so I think just recently I'm trying to play WarioWare Shake It
hmm.
literally, which I think is something where like there's some princess need to be rescued, but nah, he just want the treasure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
He's
could
so chill about that.
just hear I could just hear every customer go wah everywhere. And so
Even when I'm not dressed as Wario, if I pass like a Wario cosplayer or Waluigi, I just yell wah and point at them.
forget Barbie, it's just not hi Barbie, it's just wah.
Wah. I should just do that to Barbie cosplayers. Just scream wah.
And so and I think I might have already asked about this, but seeing since you mentioned so many just moments here and there,
Hmm.
uh you when you were just happy when people pointed out the Dr. Octopus cosplay,
Yeah.
mentioned about here with Wario, has there been any other convention stories, just the good, bad, the ugly, the weird, just the one that just stood out to you like years later?
Um, yes. What am I? I guess it's another one where like it's like when you're dressed as like when I was dressed as Ray, I think one of the best moments was I had a little girl run up to me just like crying because she was like, "Oh my God, I love you, Ray." And I was like, "Ah." So like
That's
it
so
was
heartwarming.
it was so sweet. Like that's always like stood out to me. And like this was like during a time when like people would hate on you if you like those movies and like with Ray, and it was one of those like moments where it was just like, yeah, this is right. Like I love this character. It's just like one of those moments where like you're doubting yourself because of this character. Like there's
Right.
times that like I don't want to, it's like it's hard for me to cosplay her again because she gets so much hate, and I see a lot of my other fellow Ray cosplayers get so much hate, and it's like little moments like that that stand out to me that it's like, yeah, this is why I need to be cosplaying her.
That's
Because there's little kids that look up to her.
I just can't imagine just seeing right here, especially if that one little kid who
Mm.
just you just brighten up their day, and I can't help it to see how much that just stick with you just years later. And
Oh
so
yeah, it does. It's
we're off
great.
along with that. And so um another question to ask here. So this has been I forgot how long this tale to told us time for this debate just to be going on for if one were such as um in the cosplay communities or such a here such as buying commission classic cosplay and then starting it from scratch.
Mhm.
So just by seeing like what's your thoughts about that one every time you just hear that one, just that a debate going around.
So I think anybody can do whatever you want. If you want to buy them, that's great. If you want to make it, that's great. The only time that it bothers me is when people enter contests and they bought something.
Mm,
That's the only time that it bothers me. Like if you're going to convention having fun and something you bought, that's awesome. Like do it. I've done it. Like my Sophie cosplay was bought. Like there's a lot that I've bought and more, but like
right,
the only time it bothers me is when they enter contests. And then I'm like, maybe
right,
you shouldn't be doing that.
right,
Yeah. Other than that, I think it's totally fine. It gets a little sad sometimes when it's too much bot stuff. Like at KatsuCon, I feel like it was a bunch of like it's like from COVID. I think this is also why the vibe was a little weird because before it was like all Katsu was like all these amazing builds and photographers, and you got to like walk up and see everything.
mhm,
And then now it's like a bunch of like, which is fine. It's like kids getting into it, but I feel like
right,
it was a bunch of teenagers and like make costumes, and it's hard for you to go up and be like, "Oh, that's amazing! How'd you make that?" And you're like, "Oh, it's bot." Which
right,
is fine. Like I said, I buy my costumes. I also make them. It's like in between that. Um, but yeah, so I don't care. And like I said, it's when you enter contests when I'm like,
right. And
maybe
so,
you shouldn't do that.
and then and for my next question to going on here for cosplay community, which I'm pretty sure I know the answer of this one, but like, so there has been the biggest part of cosplay where unfortunately you'll have that one person saying you can't go as this character because of blah blah blah, because you're not this, because you're not that, just um that one little thing saying like to them they're just that perfectionist or something like that.
Yeah.
But to me, I feel like I know that the answer saying you shouldn't let that stop you for
Yeah.
how much you did for, once again, you made that kid um their day dressing up as Ray,
Yeah.
uh as especially showcase how much is your love for other cosplay, especially from Wario to
Hmm.
what you said your stars from American Horror Story, and now you're
Yeah.
Dr. Octopus from Spider-Man. So but I'm pretty sure I might know the question, but what is your thoughts every time you just hear that comes up? So
I think it's stupid. Like you don't have to be a certain size, you don't have to be a certain gender, you don't have to be a certain race to cosplay something. That's a little tricky because there are some cosplays that I'm like, maybe you shouldn't do that. um, like if it's like culturally, I'm like, maybe you shouldn't touch that one.
right.
Other than that, I don't care. Like do whatever you want.
All right.
Yeah, it shouldn't be any kind of debate on that. Like I said, I've got a lot of friends that get hate because they don't look like the cosplayer. Like if something blows up and it's like, who
Right.
cares? Who cares if you don't look like the character? You just want to have fun in it.
Exactly. I'll take a picture with him right now.
Yeah, I'll do it all. I've done it all the time. I'm like, let me go take a photo with you.
And so, all right, we're about coming right here to the future
Hmm.
part of the interview. So this is probably a big long-winded question here, but has there been any like wish list cosplay saying like just been like you've been working on, or one that you just want to get to in the future, or just like I really want to go as that character?
Yes, there's a couple. I've got two that's been on my list for so long, and one of them is Commander Shepard from Mass Effect. I like want to build that whole armor. And then Halloween Town Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Those are the two that like I really want to do. And then this one right here, I've been working on and I keep dropping it and I keep working on it and I keep dropping it. It's Belle from the movie Belle.
Okay.
That is one that am I am putting in my brain that I need to finish that this year because it's been a whole year. I haven't done anything because I keep like my brain is just like I'll work on it and then I'm like, oh, I want to do this, and then I jump over. So I've got to focus on that. I almost lost focus on Doc Ock, and I was like, I can't lose focus on Doc Ock because this is so massive, and I promised so many people I was going to wear him. So it's like my brain just won't focus, and I know that's what's gonna happen if I start on Sora um and Commander Shepard. It's like I have to like make myself be committed. Like with Doc Ock, I got approached and they were like, "Hey, be in our Sinister Six group." I was like, "Okay." Like, if I wasn't in that group, I don't know if I would have finished because I kept losing focus so many times, and I was like, "No, I gotta finish. I gotta finish." I like finished him a week before Dragon Con, and I told myself I wouldn't con crunch anymore.
Oh, that happened. I forgot when it was. I think it's for Lucario, and then I was like, I need to find this hoodie, and I was just like, oh, how long I have here? I was like, oh, 2 weeks. Okay, I need to hope to God I can find something that does rush shipping to
Oh yeah,
come along here soon.
get it here now.
And so, and I guess for one more question to ask here, for anyone who wants to step into the world of cosplay and just, going out here, going to conventions, meeting these people, do you have any advice for anyone who wanted to step into that world of cosplay? Do you like to tell them?
Yeah, I would say first Google like any local conventions that are happening, and then like if you can't make anything, like I said before, you can do a closet cosplay, like you can pull stuff out. Like my first Dragon Con literally was all closet stuff because I didn't know what I was doing. Like
Okay.
I pulled out like a like my Star Fox, I like pulled out like a green jumpsuit and just like threw a white thing on top. Like you can do that. Like just do that. And that's gonna be your stepping stone to getting into it. And then you can make friends and then they can motivate you to maybe make one day or not. You know, some people have skills, some people don't. Like I'm okay at things. I'm better at makeup than I am most things. It's like each of our friend group is all better at different things and we all teach
Right.
each other those things. So like do that. That's my advice.
All
Pull it
right.
out of your closet and just go to one. Go
Uh,
to a small, really bad one.
so start off small before you
Yeah.
jump into like.
Yeah. Do not just jump right into Dragon Con. Like start small.
And so, all right. Well, thank you so much for being here. This means so much for you having the time.
Yeah.
And so, if you have the chance, please go check out Kristen if you had the chance. And so, and for everyone here's watching, thank you so much for being here, and thank you again for being here, having the time to interview.
Yay. Thank you. It was great.
And so, all right, everyone. My name is Cam. You'll know me as Dr. Dreads. We'll see you guys next time.